State. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina. And we were just talking about Taylor Swift's new album. Thoughts, ratings. I will stand 10 toes down. This is Christina. I am not a Taylor Swift fan. I'm not a Taylor Swift hater either. I'm an ambivalent. I've never really seen the point, but I'm also older than the generation that would have been. I thought the album was hot garbage, but we were specifically talking about the song about Travis Kelce's dick.
Yeah, okay.
Dick down.
Here's the thing. And also, I do want to say, because we did get an email kind of recently from somebody. So it's just like we have to do this every, I don't know, like maybe twice a year or once a year where we have to tell people who we are.
Yeah.
Because we did get an email and she was like, I've been listening for a long time, but on your cover art, I'm not sure who is who. So for the record, I'm Keegan. I have the braid on the artwork. I'm to the right. That's who's talking right now. Christina is in the center and Cassie has pink hair.
I have pink hair and I live in Germany. I'm that one.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, good.
Okay. So also, I think I know of the three of us, I am the resident Taylor Swift fan. Some albums more than others, right?
Sure.
Her most recent stuff I like a lot better, like the stuff she released during the pandemic, like Evermore, Folklore, and after that is kind of like the period of Taylor Swift that I live in that I really enjoy. So I give her a lot of grace. I also, I love to see a woman winning. I love to see a woman selling out arenas and tours around the world and bringing people together. And that is a really beautiful thing to me. This also wasn't my favorite album.
So Dick Down wasn't your favorite either?
No. And I, you know what? I fucking knew it. I knew it when it got announced that I was like, I don't think I'm going to like this one.
I knew it too. I was like, she's too happy.
She's too happy.
Thank you. It is very difficult to create art.
Yeah, I'm a sad girl deep in my heart, and I'm like, I need you to be sad also. I like a brokenhearted Taylor Swift. I'm so sorry. Me, girl to girl, I'm so happy she's happy.
Listen.
There's countless TikToks breaking down Taylor Swift. I'm not involved enough or care enough to really break down. I told you guys, my biggest thing is when you have a platform that size, I wish that you would use it more to help your fan base.
Yeah.
But all that being said, being dickmatized, it does things to you. It really does.
That really is what's happening, because I'm like, you are right. That song about his dick, Wood, I think. Is it called Wood?
Yes.
Which is just,
ma'am.
You are a poet. You actually are. You could be more creative,
ma'am.
About this.
Ma'am.
It's so on the nose.
It really is.
And I'm like, man, this is what happens this is why people fear falling in love, because it's just all your creative energy just goes.
And then on the other hand, we were talking before the podcast, the other side of it is seeing things like Megan the Stallion with Klay Thompson, or even did you guys see Keke Palmer finally kissed Sean from Hot Ones?
No.
I did. Because he said that he had a crush on her. I think that's so freaking cute. I ship it. I hope it happens. I love an unlikely duo. I love it. Also, her energy is so much fun.
Yes.
I want to hang out with her
so much fun
bad.
to hang out with.
He looks at her. He literally glows. You truly, if you want to know, and here's the secret to a happy relationship. The guy needs to love the girl more.
I don't know. I don't know if I feel that way.
I think it works. I think it works.
Just a little bit, not
just a little bit,
but a little bit. Yeah,
tiny bit more. But
not obsessively more. Not my world revolves around you more.
Right.
Healthy. But I still have my own shit going on. but I super love you.
But I also like
that's
worship
great.
you. Yeah. Oh my God. The way he looks
I do
at
love
Keke
seeing
Palmer.
a man. Yes, I do love that. I love seeing a man look at a woman and knowing that he loves her. I feel the same way with Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez.
Exactly.
Totally.
Like when he looks at her,
yes,
I think that she she loves him obviously, but like she loves the way that he loves her. I think is like a big part of it because like he is so. When he looked at her in their wedding photos, he knows he's the luckiest man alive. Oh my God, Cassie, you have to look him up. Like their wedding photos are so beautiful and they both look so fucking happy. Like they really do.
Love that for her.
That's the kind of thing that's keeping me going during these trying times. TM is like people are still falling in love and there is still tiny bits of beauty. If you can sort through and dig through all of this shit, you'll still find people are still trying to live their lives and fall in love, and that kind of thing makes me happy. So seeing Meg the Stallion fry catfish and make spaghetti for her man,
I love that so much.
So
Did
beautiful.
She cut up the spaghetti like my Louisiana grandma when she would make spaghetti. I feel like this is a black grandma thing where they would like cut it into like smaller pieces.
Oh,
like you didn't like. After it was cooked.
Okay.
Oh. Yes. No, not break it up and put it in the water. Like cook it and then like cut it up. Like so you didn't twirl it on a fork. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a very black grandma thing. And also just like fried catfish and spaghetti is a very like black grandma from the South thing. And I love that that's his favorite meal. That is so cute. So cute.
Yeah.
The other part of it is like the people out here who are just like, you know what? Fuck it. I feel like we're heading in that direction as well, where people are just like, fuck it. I feel like Hayley Williams is solidly in the fuck it camp at this moment.
Good for her. I love that for her.
Adore
She's in her villain era
and it's
right now.
Awesome. I'm like, we could all be so brave.
Yeah,
for her to just be like, I fuck Morgan Wallen. I said it. I don't give a shit.
I don't give a fuck.
Dude, her performance on Jimmy Fallon, talk about using your platform to say something. That was chilling. And it feels like her song,
especially on Jimmy Fallon,
True Believer, sounds like an incantation. It really does always give me chills when she says, the South will not rise again till it's paid for every sin. Oh, my God. It's just so good. Yeah, and especially considering, she's been, I think she referenced on Jimmy Fallon, she had that Mississippi Goddamn on her piano just due to the fucking actual lynchings that have happened there recently. So hopefully...
This world is so scary right now. Like it really is, but like you said, to keep it positive, not to bring it back into a negative place, because it's like,
it's hard.
There are people who are working really hard. You know what else is bringing me joy? The fucking anti-fascist frog in Portland.
Yes.
Oh my God.
War-torn Portland.
Have you seen that guy? Have you seen that guy on TikTok that goes up to like cops and ICE officers and stuff? It's like a black guy too, and he goes, "Arrest me, daddy!" And he like bends up and opens his butt.
We're so unserious. Like that is actually bringing me joy. It's like there is an unhinged level where people are just like, I fucking love watching that inflatable frog just like dance in front of me.
Arrest me, daddy.
Oh my God. Like
so good.
How else do you get by? Like how else do you get through,
That's so intelligent. What isn't getting talked about enough is how smart it is to protest in that way, because then what are those?
You look ridiculous.
Look ridiculous.
You
saying
look at
it's
yourself.
war torn. There's someone in a fucking frog costume.
I know. I actually saw where it was like a bunch of people
So
in
good.
inflatables, like standing in front of ICE, and I'm like, if those are the pictures that are getting taken, it makes you look so fucking
stupid.
silly. You got there with your like batons and your guns, and you're standing in front of like a unicorn inflatable. Are you crazy?
That's how honestly, if is so smart, and I hope that spreads. There are two things that should spread: protesting in ridiculous ways like that make them look fucking just stupid. They look stupid and they look like over the top because you're in a frog costume. Yeah. And I fucking lost my train of thought for the second because I kept thinking of the frogs. Oh, and calling them what they are, which is weird. They're weird. Yeah. They're fucking weird, dude. Yeah. And I hate that we let that go. We had that for a second with Tim Walz, but what they're doing, they're weird people. It's very weird. It's cringe. Yeah. It's weird. It's corny.
It's almost as if they're trying to like hide something. I mean, what could it possibly be?
Why would we shut the entire government down?
It's like they don't want like files released.
No,
I don't know. Maybe
it couldn't be that.
No, I could be off base here. I'm so sorry.
Anyway, our listeners, let us know if we should have a spin-off politics only podcast, because I feel like it's just, especially lately,
it's every day. I don't know how we would be able to keep up with it. Every fucking day there's like 7 things that happened. I was telling you guys, I'm like, so we don't have a CDC anymore. The stock market tanked and crypto's in the toilet. We have tariffs again for some reason. I think they're like 130%. It's so silly. It's stupid. Oh my God. Last gasp of fucking white supremacy here in the States. It's fucking hell for everybody. Anywho, how's your dating life?
I feel like we should fuck, marry, kill. Definitely. How about Keke Palmer? Ooh. Hayley Williams. Mm-hmm. And then one of the other, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's impossible.
How do we do it?
I want to be friends with all of them.
Yeah. I can you imagine sitting at that table?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh. You know what? I think I know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And this is without signs. So if we're looking,
I know what Keke Palmer is. I don't know what the other two are.
I'm just going to go with my guy. I'm going to marry Hayley Williams. I love a bad bitch, and she is just fucking saying the shit, and I'm here for it. But I'm gonna fuck Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. And I'm going to be friends with Keke Palmer. Like that's just, it's way irritating for me. I may have made a mistake. I don't know their signs. We'll see.
Yeah.
Keke Palmer is going to give you like amazing advice as a friend, I feel like.
And
she's going to tell you the truth, but she's going to tell you it in like a empowering way. She's going to be like, girl, you're too good for this. You know what I mean?
I'm going to go on gut too. I am going to marry Keke Palmer. I think I need a silly, fun energy to balance me out. I'm also going to fuck Meg Thee Stallion, who I think is the most beautiful woman in the world. And
she's gorgeous.
She's so gorgeous. It's like it hurts to look at her. Yeah. I get blushy, and I'm like.
She walked in some fashion show, and I was like,
in a bikini, and I was like, gagged, gooped, speechless.
Like you look like a literal goddess right now. Like you look like a walking oil painting. You're so fucking pretty.
You're so pretty. So yeah, I would be useless in bed because I'd be like, I'd be so. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. And then I'm gonna friend Hayley Williams, and I just think both of our energy would be too intense for us to be married, and I think we would be great friends. I would love to just like talk so much shit with her. I'd love to talk politics with her. Oh my God. Yeah. Just all day, every day. We would be the bestest of friends. But yeah, that's what I'm going on. Gut check. Okay. No astrology.
Okay. Do you want astrology, Keegan?
I know. Yeah. Because I knew what Keke Palmer was, because she's a Virgo. She talks about it all the time.
Oh, okay.
So I knew that. And we looked up Megan Thee Stallion before. So I thought I remembered what hers was. And
Aquarius.
I was right. Yeah.
And then Hayley Williams is Sagittarius.
Capricorn is what I found. She's a Capricorn sun and moon.
Oh, you know what? You're right. She's the end of September or end of December. That's
I
right.
Capricorn, sun and moon.
Correctly.
Gemini rising.
Correctly too. I did the right thing.
We would be two. I knew I was like, we would be two alike.
It's going to be intense. I don't know if I see. So I didn't go in blind. So like for me, I get really worked up about things. I can get really politically agitated. Also, two Capricorn moons married to each other.
Yeah,
emotionally, we're not going to survive. Like,
yeah.
we're not. It's not. I don't know. But I fucking love her. I love her. I love her energy. You know what it would be? It would be we'd get married. We'd be like one of those couples who's like really politically active and like out in the shit. And then they're going to make a biopic about us in like 20 years about like our relationship falling apart.
Yeah.
And then getting divorced because things just got like too intense. You know what I mean? So I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to marry Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
Yeah. She looks, I'm telling you, her and Clay, like the way that they interact with each other, so
He's hot
sweet
too, by the way.
Oh, he is fine.
Fucking fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to marry Megan Thee Stallion. I think that she's just like, first of all, yes, she's so beautiful. There is also an energy about her that's just like a little subdued in a way that I think would like, that's funny to say that because I feel like she's a big personality, but there's something about her where I'm just like, yeah, we could just like sit on the couch and watch a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
She has that when she's on, but you know that in her off time, she's off.
She's wearing sweatpants.
Yeah.
She's like just hanging
casual.
out. Yeah. So I'm going to marry her. I'm going to fuck Hayley Williams, actually, because I'm like, I do like that fucking like Rage Against the Machine energy.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to a protest and then we're gonna have sex afterwards. And it's gonna be awesome. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna
Arrest me, daddy.
Exactly.
And then I'm gonna BFF Keke Palmer. I want that bitch as my friend for sure.
For sure.
Oh my God, she'd be so fun. So fun to hang out with. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. Little happiness.
Should we do a little book check-in?
Yes.
I'm listening. I've got a flight coming up, so I plan on listening to it throughout the flight.
I downloaded it to listen.
So for our Patreon people, so we are starting to we had our first month of a book club, and I think I'm looking into an app somebody suggested called Fable that we could do for next month. That makes it easier to discuss it chapter by chapter and no spoilers and that kind of thing. So
because that's my concern is because I haven't finished it yet, so I'm scared to like get on there and read. I think I also think maybe for this, and you guys tell me what you think of this because I'm just bringing it up just now, but like we're planning on doing 3 weeks on for reading, listening, whatever, and then 1 week to decide, and then the next month. October is a long month. It has 5 weeks in it ish. So do we want to do 4 weeks to give everyone just like a little extra time, and then buffer week, and then start in November?
That sounds good.
That way everyone just has like a little bit more time.
Right. Yeah.
We were just like, I don't know, we want to do this. We have no plan.
Listen, so I chose like 3 different books based on like what's popping off right now. Like what are people talking about? And one of them was First Witch of Boston. There were a ton of people talking about it. And all I knew about it was that it was historical fiction about the first woman hanged as a witch in Boston. And I was like, ooh, that's right up my alley. I will say, if you haven't started it yet, it is less historical and more fiction than I thought it was going to be. It's a very easy read. It's there's spicy times in the book. There's also...
I was not expecting that.
Yeah. I haven't gotten to the spice yet.
Yeah. I have thoughts about them. I've shared them on Patreon. There's been a couple other people that have shared thoughts too. So
That's what I'm afraid. I don't want to
just
spoil it.
Just don't spoil it. Go in blind, and
but
we
that's
will
good
definitely
to know.
talk
So
about.
for our listeners who haven't finished it yet, and also Cassie and I, it does sound like there is a mega thread going on, on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
So feel free to like go over there. And again, for anyone who isn't on Patreon, you can literally sign up for $1 a month and you'll have access to this thread. And then when we switch over to Fable, we'll figure that out. But yeah, so there is a mega thread happening for the book. If you have finished it, if you are reading it, you want to check that out, go for it.
Yeah. We also have a new patron, actually. So that we want to give a big worsty welcome to M. Rossi.
Yeah.
M. Rossi, welcome. Thank you. We gave you homework, so go read a book. Oh, and we're also going to be later this month. We're all going to get our tissues out and watch P.S. I Love You.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
get
that'll
ready
be coming
for that.
the end of the month because I've got
Yes.
some travel coming up. But yep, we're gonna do that. I'm actually very excited for a nice cozy.
Yeah. It's
cry.
a good movie. It's a good
Yeah.
movie. It's
Yeah.
just, been a while.
I
It is a cry.
was thinking about possibly watching Family Stone later today.
Oh, girl.
Can't do. No can do,
Jesus.
girl.
I want to
I
watch
went.
First Wives Club again.
I know.
R.I.P. to Diane Keaton. Like
I'm not
who
ready.
was- It came. It's one of those that feels like it came out of nowhere.
Right.
And she's such an icon. Like,
It was not the 79-year-old's obituary that I wanted to read yesterday, but
No.
somebody else
yeah.
much more deserving, I think. But yeah, definitely. Let's
Everybody have an Annie Hall fall. Put on your like oversized trousers and big hat and
Yeah. Somebody said something about like everybody needs to dress up as a Diane Keaton character.
I would
from-
love that.
I
Coastal
know.
Grandma. Oh,
Well,
Uh,
amazing.
It's so good. Well,
And I do want to clarify because I saw the face that you made, Cassie. Fuck Woody Allen. I do hate him, but I'm just saying. But that style stuck with her for so long throughout her life.
yeah, and her signature for sure. So
Yeah.
nothing
But
to
fuck
do
Woody
with
Allen.
Yeah.
that little cretin. So, hey, well, you guys want to take 5 and then come back with stories?
Sounds
Yes.
Cool.
And we're back. Okay, I have the Tainted Love this week, so I am going to start us off with stories. I, 20, female at the time, was dating a guy, 21. We met online. We went to see a movie one night, Wreck-It Ralph. I mean, I guess they're 20 and
not that
21. I
bad.
was like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know.
Of the movies they could have seen, it's okay. Right?
Honestly, I
for a
do
date.
love a
It's a good date
fun
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I went on a date when I was like 19, I think, and we went and saw Princess and the Frog. So,
Oh,
you know,
Okay.
he gets up halfway through the movie because he forgot to take his meds and left them in the car. I can understand not wanting to have to do this in front of other people, so I didn't question it. He disappears and never comes back.
Oh.
I text him and nothing. When the movie ends, it's just after midnight and the mall is closed and empty now.
Oh.
Yeah. Still haven't heard anything. Look out the window and his car is gone. I'm stranded at the mall alone, so I call my mom in tears to ask for a ride. She floored it over there so fast, demanding to know where this guy lived because she and my brother were ready to ride.
Oh,
Through
shit.
waiting for dawn.
Oh, shit.
I love it.
Also, is it just me or like liminal spaces like malls?
Empty malls?
Empty malls are terrifying. to
Truly
me.
scary.
So
Yes.
scary.
Yeah. People have been taking pictures because, malls used to be like meeting places. Like even when I was a teenager, like you would go and hang out at the mall with your
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
And it's not that anymore. And people have been taking TikToks of like basically abandoned
Abandoned
malls.
malls.
Like they're still open, but they're not. Like there's no one there. And
Oh,
I
it's
hate
God.
that.
so creepy. It's
don't like it.
very creepy. But yeah, also it's after midnight. You're a 20-year-old girl alone in
Yeah.
a deserted mall.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom would be ready to ride for me too. Okay. I texted him the next day demanding an answer. He comes over and explains that he got in trouble with mall security trying to get back in since the mall was technically closed. It closes at 10, but the movie theater stays open later. He got arrested and his car was towed. Now,
what?
Now, I worked in the same mall at the time and was friends with some of the security people, so I got suspicious. I asked if there were any incidents from a few nights ago that resulted in an arrest and a car tow. The last time they had a car tow was a month prior for an out-of-state license plate car that had been sitting there for 2 weeks. No arrests for about 2 weeks. Texted this guy back and just said, "We're done. Thanks for the lies." Never heard from him again.
Oh, wow.
Just what a like weird thing to lie about.
It's very weird. I want to know what actually happened. Like what actually happened? Like did you shit your pants or like
there you go. Right.
And you just didn't want to say that?
We definitely
exactly. You know what? I got arrested. My car was towed. I did not shit my pants. Whatever you were told.
Just hope for the best. I hope I hope she doesn't find out I'm lying. Oh, she found out I'm lying. Well, it's a wash.
It's a wash.
Gotta let that
she
go.
still doesn't know I shit my pants.
Gotta let it go.
Would you rather be known as a fucking lying piece of shit or someone that shit their pants? You know,
lying
it's like
piece of shit.
Yep. I guess I'm a piece of shit.
You know, okay, because I was telling you I'd found this story and then I lost it, so I couldn't tell it on the podcast, but I'll give you a quick rundown now that we're on the subject of shitting. Sorry to the listeners who hate the poop stuff. But the story that I was going to tell was a woman, her husband would joke with her that that he was going to like shit on himself or shit on the bed if she didn't like do something. Like I think this was like scroll through his TikToks through the day and she's like, "No, I'm tired, I'll do it later." And he's like and like pretended to shit himself but then actually shit their bed and they were at her parents' house. Yeah, and then he was like, "I don't want to take this to the laundry because what if somebody sees me? Like, will you clean it up? Like, take it to the laundry?" And she's like,
No, sir.
So then they got in a big fight about it, and then he stopped talking to her. And I was like, "This is some bullshit. Like, I can't believe you're married to an actual fucking toddler."
No,
threw a fit, pretended to shit, and then actually shit.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, this story's not going to make you. This story's going to piss you off. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Sorry in advance. Trigger warning for, well, I guess content warning for, kind of slur, a bit of a slur. Yeah, you're not gonna like it. Okay. I'm not gonna say like it's not like the N word or anything, but you're not gonna like. You're not going to like it. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
So I recently went on a date with this guy. When I saw him in person, he looked nothing like his pictures, which I kind of expected. We exchanged phone numbers over the app and his current iPhone picture popped up. So I already knew something was off. We talked about it and he had sent me a few new, more quote, recent photos, which I thought was honest enough. But when we finally met, even those weren't that recent. Still, I decided to go through with it and go through the date.
That's
pretty
fucking
quickly.
weird.
I really fucking hate that. Like, why are you doing that?
And
why?
you already got called out for it.
Yeah.
So at that point, like you tried to lie. It didn't work. And so then you doubled down by lying again by still sending like out of date photo. Like,
just
why?
Update your fucking profile, man. It's like
you're never going to be there again, sir. Yeah,
sorry.
that is your past. You need to leave it there. Pretty quickly, it turned into a therapy session. He started telling me about his ex-wife and his child's mother, how he cheated on both of them and how he and his ex-wife lost their kids. When I asked about the cheating, he said he didn't know that once you got married, you were supposed to stay faithful.
Bro, shut the fuck up. Shut up right now.
It's literally one of the things that you say in the fucking ceremony.
Dude, I didn't know.
I didn't know. Did you not have any conversations prior to marriage about fidelity? About
I didn't know.
Ignorance of the law is not it's not an excuse. Bro, I didn't know you couldn't murder. And no one told me.
Nobody told me.
Wait, what? I did not know. You're going to want to accidentally not know that you couldn't be. That was illegal. Towards the end of the day, he called me a quote Oreo, saying, "I don't
girl,
act."
Nope.
That
As
is
somebody who's been called
very
that before.
yes, very triggering.
Triggering.
That's why
Don't-
I said that.
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
said you're not
Don't
going
like
to love
that.
it. It's awful, and he's the worst. He's saying that quote, "I don't act like other quote black girls he's dated." When
black
I
on the
asked
outside, white on the inside. Oreo.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's awful.
When I asked him what that meant, he said it seemed like I have standards. Then to top it all off, he offered to set me up with his friend. What the fuck is
ew.
wrong with this person? Who raised you?
Oh my God. They're like, wait, are we on a date or what?
What is happening?
Also, I don't like you.
You're
Yeah.
fucking
You're
awful.
the last. You're the last person I would want to set me up with somebody.
I don't
Ugh.
ever want to actually encounter you again, let alone date somebody who knows you that I might accidentally be in a friend group with you. Fuck all the way off.
Gross. Wow. Yeah, I hated that. I hated that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've got this one is not very long, but I stan a queen. So
I'm in.
just follow me on the journey. I will say content warning for bodily functions. So
Oh, okay. There's been a lot of
Okay.
that happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this was like a third date with a girl. We had gotten physical but hadn't slept together. She had apparently been drinking before the date and got absolutely hammered over the course of the next few hours. We were at a bar within walking distance, and she asks if she can crash at my place. If nothing else, this seemed like the safest option at this point.
Sure,
Anyways, despite being a little turned off by how sloshed she was, we did start making out on the couch. Without warning, she stops and proceeds to take what I can only describe as an extremely aggressive shit in my guest bathroom with the door open.
No. I feel like that's marking your territory at that point. You know what I mean? That feels like something that you would see in a planet Earth that's just like, you know, making eye contact while you do it.
The next line is, this is within my line of sight.
No.
So occasionally she's making eye contact between the rounds
No.
of explosions coming from
No.
her ass.
No.
Christina, what do you do? Where do you go? It's your house.
It's, you
You're gonna just leave your own house and be like, you know what? I'll get a hotel.
911.
Bye.
She's just like mean mugging him, just
No, it's that's a dominance behavior. That is
Yeah.
a dominance behavior. That is so fucking weird.
She's
my
just
God.
asserting her.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Oh my God.
I'm just sitting on the couch, hardly able to move or blink out of shock and wondering what the hell I got myself
This
into.
is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. And we've
Ever.
been doing this podcast for a long time. And
Open door aggressive shit with eye
With eye
contact.
contact.
Is like, arrest me, daddy.
no, straight to jail for real. Straight to fucking jail. That's
You know what? Straight to jail. She finishes up, exits the bathroom without flushing.
no. I'm so sorry, Thomas. That was so loud. I wasn't ready.
I am appalled. I'm speechless.
Comes back to the couch, lays her head on my chest, and says, "You ruined the mood," before passing out.
You ruined the mood.
I'm fucking deceased. I am
God.
deceased.
Oh, no. I
You
need to know.
ruined
Please,
the mood.
please tell me that he says what happens when she wakes up.
I put a blanket over her and went to bed.
I hope you flush
About
first.
30 minutes later, she comes into my bedroom, strips naked, and tries for round 2. For various reasons, I was not in the mood and told her, let's try again tomorrow. She slept at an angle, taking up damn near all the bed, and despite being tiny and weighing maybe 100 pounds soaking wet, she had sleep apnea that made her sound like a 300-pound lumberjack when she slept. I decided to pursue other options after that.
I need to know if she was just so wasted. Like, was she appalled by her behavior the next day?
I need to know. Yeah. I have so many questions.
Did she move out of the state? Move out of the country?
I couldn't do that to my husband. I would be so embarrassed. I would be like filing paperwork the next day to open door, aggressive eye contact while taking like a gnarly shit
completely. Yeah, no.
Wow.
No. Oh my God. Boy, I hate that. I hate that. I think I would have I get it that he was like frozen in place, but I'd get up and shut the door. I'd be like, no. You know what? Mm-mm.
That's your business. I don't need to be.
This is your private business. I don't need to be involved.
God, the aggressive eye contact is.
Yeah. It made me think of, so like, I think we've talked about it on the podcast before, like whether you had like naked mom or not. And I think some people may have had beyond naked mom, where it's just like open bathroom kind of thing, where like open door.
Pooping is different. Like if you're peeing in front of someone, I feel like that's one thing. Pooping in front of people is just, it's a different, that's private. I'm sorry. It just is.
I don't even like when my dogs poop. I give them privacy. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, that's your business.
I'm uncomfortable if your dog, like, because there are some dogs that will look at you. There are some dogs that look at you when they're taking a shit. And I don't even like that. I don't even like that. Yeah. We don't need.
Rose is full public pooper too. She doesn't give a shit. She's like, oh, these mean streets that I just pissed all over. I got you, fam. I don't need grass spots. I don't need nothing. She's like, I'll go wherever. I'm not gonna give you eye contact, but I'm gonna do what I want. Yeah.
Well, you know, if you had somebody walking after you picking up your shit, it probably is a very powerful feeling. True. You know, you run the world.
Oh my
Queen
goodness.
Rose.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, you guys want to take 5 and come back with the Tainted Love?
Yes.
And we're back. Keegan, kick us off.
Okay. I'm actually really excited about this one because talk about like needing something that is going to make you feel kind of good. You know, like this is not a murder. So I'm doing something a little bit different.
I'm like, how is this Tainted Love going to make me feel good?
No, it's not a murder. I will say, and I usually do try to avoid doing this. Another podcast did this a few weeks ago on their podcast. It's You're Wrong About, which if you've never listened to You're Wrong About, highly recommend. The host, Sarah Marshall, is so incredible. She's so good at like talking to her guests. She's so insightful. She's funny. Like, I really enjoy her podcast. And occasionally she has, if I see an episode where the guest is Blair Braverman, I'm like listening to it immediately. So Blair Braverman is like a survivalist expert. She lived on a glacier. She like trained sled dogs. She was on Naked and Afraid. She's
amazing.
So she's like a survivalist person. So one of my very favorite episodes of You're Wrong About is the episode about the Uruguayan rugby team that crashed in the Andes.
Yes.
So good. She also did an episode on Chris McCandless, the Dyatlov Pass, Balto. So she like really does, you know, she talks about a lot of those things. So when I saw that she was the guest on this episode of You're Wrong About, I was like, I've got to listen immediately. So I highly recommend a lot of this information I did get from that podcast, along with an Atlantic article.
Nice.
Called Marriage at Sea. Did I sign up for the free trial of Atlantic so I could read this article? Yes, I did.
I do love the Atlantic. Yeah.
Yes. Remind me to cancel it in a month so I'm not charged $80. But
holy smokes, yeah.
It's for a year subscription. But and then of course the Wikipedia. But so even though I got a lot of this information from the You're Wrong About episode, I highly recommend going and listening to it anyway, because their conversation, and they really talk about, well, I'll get into it, but like their conversation is worth listening to. This will be different just because it's three of us talking about it.
Well, I'm also going to say, like, anytime that we can plug, not just our own podcast, like obviously thank you so much for listening to our podcast, but there's so many good podcasts created by humans out there, that anytime that we can throw like a or push people to listen to other podcasts, it's such a medium that I'm so passionate about, that's really under fire, and really like every podcast that you listen to, like the vast majority of them, 99%, aren't making like any kind of real money. They're doing it because they love doing it. And it's creative. It's an incredible way to get real human stories out there. And that is under threat from AI podcasts that are now out there. And it's under threat from video, which is very, very expensive and labor intensive and not available for everybody. So and I'll say this, You're Wrong About, one of, like, it's been around for a long time. Sarah Marshall's been podcasting since really before podcasts had really like taken off in a major way. She also does not do video. There are no ads on her. I don't think she's part of a network. I think that it's just that she built her fan base brick by brick. And like, so I highly recommend supporting her. I also just think that she's like a really cool person. So highly recommend You're Wrong About. There's an episode on coyotes that's amazing. So yeah. Okay. So I am going to tell you the story of Maurice and Maralyn Bailey. Oh, and then also a lot of the information that Blair Braverman got for this story was from a book called A Marriage at Sea. And it's by Sophie Elmhurst. So a lot of her information. I did not read the book, but Blair Braverman did. Okay. Maurice Bailey, he's kind of an awkward guy. He's super shy. He's got a stutter. He's got a pretty negative outlook on life. He's pretty pessimistic as a person. He grew up in a really strict religious household in suburban England. And though he's an atheist, but he grew up in a really strict religious household, which is probably why he's an atheist. Right.
But he's just like a Debbie Downer of a human being. Like, I don't think he would be offended by anyone saying that. That's just kind of like his personality type. But despite all of that, he's pretty adventurous. He loves being outdoors. He's got his pilot's license. Like, he is like kind of an adventurous, outdoorsy person. So around 1960, his friend who he regularly attends car rallies, which this is in England. When I think of a car rally, I think about like what they do in Burbank, you know, at like Bob's Big Boy, where they like all bring out their vintage cars and look at them. This sounds like maybe it's something slightly different. Like they drive their cars around, maybe like just to show them off. Maybe I think they drive them around in a route of some kind.
We used to do that. Like cruising or whatever.
Maybe they said car rallies, and like his friend's name is Mike. He regularly goes to these car rallies. For some reason, he can't go this time. So he's like, and maybe you have to pay for it. I don't know. But he was just like, do you want to go instead to Maurice? And Maurice was like, sure. So he drives. Mike is supposed to be driving a young woman around in his car named Maralyn. And so Maurice meets Maralyn. She is a beautiful young tax accountant. And as soon as Maurice sees her, he's like, spilling all over himself. He just like doesn't know. He's this awkward guy, doesn't know what to do. He's like, oh, so pretty. He just like thinks that she's the bee's knees. And she definitely is his opposite in every way. She's like super optimistic. She's like light up a room Dateline style. You know what I mean? Like fucking everybody loves her. She is just like glowing. So he's so taken with her and trying so hard to impress her and like make a good impression that he just immediately he sabotages himself. He becomes like so nervous. He's stuttering. He's driving in the wrong direction along the route. Like he's just like flustered. So he's convinced that he has blown this first impression. And he's like, oh God, okay, but I'm going to make it up to her. I'll pay for her gas. So he's like, maybe it was her car. So he's like, I'm going to pay for your gas. So they go to the gas station. He pumps the gas for her. And then he realizes he doesn't have any money.
Oh my God.
So she has to pay for her own gas too. Like, so he's like,
I said I
shit.
would pump it. I didn't.
Yeah. So he is so embarrassed. He thinks he's blown his chances, but he ends up writing her an apology letter, which I have to say, if I got something in the mail.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay. So he writes her an apology letter. He sends her some flowers and she responds to him. And at that point he works up the courage to be like, hey, can we try again? Can I try taking you out again? And she agrees. And of course they fall madly in love with each other. This like sunshine person and nighttime person fall like madly in love with each other. And the couple marry in 1963 when he is 30 and she is 22. So it's 1960s suburbia in England. They're both young professionals. So there is this expectation that they're going to start a family. They're going to have a very traditional life. I mean, she's a tax accountant, but a part of the story is like, I feel like I know who both of you would be as the story goes on, but we'll work it out. We'll work it out together.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. So Maurice doesn't want to have kids because he wants his genetic line to end with him.
That's so okay.
He's like, it ends with me.
Fuck
you know
this
what?
Genetic shit.
Mm-hmm. He's
We're
like,
done.
my childhood was shitty. There don't need to be any more Baileys. Okay, we're done. He's so pessimistic. And Maralyn is just like, you know what? I didn't really want to be a mom anyway. It was fine by me. Like, we don't need to have kids. Mm-hmm. But she does want to do something exciting with her life. She wants to get out of suburbia. So she gets it into her head that she wants them to sell all their shit and live in a boat. And Maurice is like, okay, that seems like a lot. I'm not sure. He's like pretty hesitant about it. But Maralyn is gung-ho. She's stubborn. She's got this idea in her head that this is what she wants to do. So she's like, let's sell everything we own, learn how to sail, buy a boat, and sail to New Zealand and just see what happens.
Amazing.
So she won't let this go. And eventually Maurice gives in. And the couple spends the next 4 years preparing themselves for their trip. They purchase a 31-foot yacht that they call the Arlen, which is a combination of their two names, Maurice and Maralyn. And in June of 1972, they set off from Southampton. So it should be said that they decide to sail without a radio transmitter.
Ooh.
And Maralyn does not know how to swim.
Oh.
Which I'm like, in the 4 years you had to prepare.
4 years you didn't take a fucking swimming lesson at the Y? Jesus
You
Christ.
were just like designing the interior of your yacht. Like that's the priority.
I feel like their planning included a step.
Yeah. They missed a step for sure. Like, and they learn how to navigate by the stars. So they're like, we don't need a radio transmitter.
Oh.
Babes, the ocean is big. Like
it's so big.
Big.
It's so
big.
Yes. Yeah. And there's a reason these things were invented. Like, help yourself. Like, you guys you're amateur sailors. Like, you just learned how to do this 4 years ago. You know what I mean?
In Galileo.
I'm stressed. Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to get less stressed. I'll tell you that right now.
God. Couldn't be either. I don't see either Christina and I in the story so far. Yeah. Not at this point.
Right. So Maurice is the captain of their voyage. And for the first couple of months, things are going great. It's smooth sailing. They stop over in Spain, Portugal, the Canary Islands. They're having a grand old time. They're meeting people. It sounds dope, right?
Yeah.
Like they're having a great time.
They're on the easy water right now.
In February, they pass through the Panama Canal, headed for the Galapagos Islands. On their way to the Galapagos on March 4th, 1973, they wake up to a loud bang and the ship rocking and things flying off the shelf. So they run outside to see that a whale had gotten injured somehow. There's a big sperm whale that is covered in blood, not from the ship. Like it had gotten injured and was just kind of like floating along, and it banged into the yacht. So the whale has punched a hole in the Maralyn, and it immediately starts filling with water.
Oh, God.
So they try to cover the hole with a sail. That doesn't work. They try filling the hole with clothes. That doesn't work. Water is just pouring in, and they keep trying to pump it out, but it's obvious that it's a losing battle. The water is coming in too fast.
Oh, my God.
So knowing that the boat is going to sink, Maurice gets the inflatable life raft ready, and Maralyn, who again cannot swim, is wading around in the water trying to gather supplies to move onto the raft. So they both make it onto the raft, and it is about an hour from the time the ship was hit to when the last of it disappears beneath the water.
Whoa.
Wow, that's fast.
That's
Fast.
so fast.
Yep. And Maralyn, who managed to get a camera, takes a picture of the last bit of the sail going down.
I feel like water and food come before camera, so hopefully they remember that stuff.
They did. So they have an inflatable life raft, and they have a rubber dinghy tied together. They managed to get both of those things, neither of which are very big. The Atlantic article said that they were each about the size of a stretched out adult, like an adult laying down.
That doesn't feel like enough.
It's very small.
I need more.
One of them has a like covering to protect from the sun, and the other one is open air. But they did manage to get enough food and water to last them for about 20 days onto the raft, as well as a few flares and a cooking stove.
Okay.
But they have no motor, no radio transmitter, no communication device of any kind. Now, again, Maralyn and Maurice are opposites. So she's an eternal optimist, and he's like a thorough pessimist. So when Maralyn was like, we're what, like 300 miles from the Galapagos? We'll just row there. 300 miles. She's like, we'll just row. It'll be fine.
Okay, I might be an optimist, but I'm not fucking stupid, okay?
Maurice, meanwhile, immediately when they get into the ship, he's trying to determine if there's enough gas in the stove canister for them to kill themselves if they need to.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, we'll just take ourselves out. You know what?
That's amazing.
We'll just take ourselves out in the most gentle way possible. Like, is how much gas we got.
Just gotta go to sleep. Just go to
night. So at this point, obviously, okay, they're in a crisis. Maurice cannot be trusted as the captain of the voyage at this point. Maralyn has to take over. She's got to be the one in charge, because he's like
I'm ready to
it's
die,
all
actually.
over.
What?
It's so funny.
Oh my God.
So they take turns rowing in 2-hour shifts all day and night for 2 nights. They're completely exhausted, and they're using the stars to navigate. And that's when they realize they've only gone 4 miles south, which is the direction they needed to go. But they've only gone 4 miles in those 2 days, and they're drifting west because of the wind. So they are drifting west at a much quicker rate. By the end of those 2 days, they have drifted about 30 miles west because of the current.
So, you don't want that.
Yeah, so they realize they're like, this isn't going to work. We're not going to be able to like outrow the way that the current is moving. So we have to come up with another plan. So Maralyn's new plan is for them to aim towards a shipping lane. So like get somewhere where there are boats that are like, shipping things, so they can get picked up by a passing ship. So she ties a sail to some oars to try and make a sail for them. The issue is that like we said, the ocean is fucking big. So, and these lifeboats are super small and hard to see. So even if they make it to a shipping lane, they need to be within like 2 miles of the boat for them to really be seen by a ship. So they do finally see a ship, and they're like, oh, amazing. Like, we'll set off this flare. We'll get rescued. That's when they discover that the flares aren't working.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. So the ship passes them by. Around this same time, they discover that about 4 gallons of their water has been contaminated with salt, and they have to pour it out.
Fuck.
Yeah. 4 more days go by, and by this time, they're out of gas for their stove, so they're eating like cold beans out of a can. They're covered in blisters and sores, and they haven't seen any more ships. By March 28th, their ship sank on March 4th. On March 28th, they have been, it says right there, they have been on the raft for 24 days. They're basically out of all the food that they've brought with them at this point. Luckily, there are plenty of sea turtles. They were like, these sea turtles were annoying the shit out of us because they kept like bumping against the bottom of our raft. Because they were like,
what?
Yes, they sure did. So they catch one, they kill it. Maralyn makes fish hooks out of safety pins. They start fishing. And since they're running, sorry, this is so gross, content warning for animal stuff. But they are running low on water, so they start drinking the liquid from the fish's eyeballs.
Oh.
Yeah. And they start eating the blood. So the blood from the sea turtles congeals and turns into like a jelly. So gross.
Oh my God.
But that's what they're eating.
I'm sorry. I like Maurice's plan better.
I know. I was
Maurice
like,
be the
Christina would be like,
again.
I'm fucking out. I'm out.
I'm like, I think we can make it to the Galapagos.
Yeah, you're like, I think we could do it. No, okay. And here, Cassie, you're gonna like this next part.
Okay,
so
okay.
I think maybe not, but I found it charming. One day, Maralyn is wrestling with a sea turtle for dinner. She's like, wrestling with a sea turtle, and she gets the bright idea. She's like, you know what? I could create a harness for this sea turtle, and I could let it drag our boat to the Galapagos like a fucking sled dog. So she makes a harness out of rope. She ties it around the turtle and it starts pulling them. She's like, amazing. Hooray.
Perfect.
So she's like, I'm going to create an entire sled team of fucking turtles and they're going to pull us.
The fucking most incredible thing I've ever heard in my life.
She's like, yeah, you know what? This is going to work. So she catches another turtle. She ties another harness onto it. But the problem is
they're going in different directions.
They're going in different directions. These two turtles are like, fuck you. Like, we're like, it's a tug of war and she cannot get these are not trained. They're not trained like fucking Iditarod dogs.
She's like, mush. They're like,
yeah. They're like, fuck you, lady. So she cannot get them to cooperate. And eventually she admits that like, this isn't going to work. So she releases one of the turtles, but the other one she creates a little leash for, and it keeps her company for a while at sea. Like a little pet turtle that just swims next to her while she's like, doing her fishing and shit.
That turtle like went back to its turtle friends and like was like, oh, how I was captured by the serial killers.
Yeah, I almost
like, what I mean?
Totally. They've just watched them like eating their blood as Jello for. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that turtle had some stories.
So throughout all of this, Maralyn never doubts that they're going to be rescued. She remains positive the entire time. She talks to Maurice about all the stories they're going to tell people when they get home. And when another ship passes them by, she just says, that wasn't the ship that was meant to save us. Like that we're going to be saved. That wasn't the ship that was meant to save us. She remains super positive.
Wow.
And he, meanwhile, is convinced that they're going to die out there. He's like, she keeps saying like, no, you know what? This is an adventure. And like, yeah, it sucks right now. But like when we get home, we're going to have so many stories to tell.
What home? You fucking sold it. That home is at the bottom of the fucking ocean now. Get home.
It's going to be a great story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the camera, but something must have happened to it because she says like at one point there was like a whale really close to them, and
harness that bitch.
And she was like, "Oh, I really wish we had a camera so that we could take a picture to show people when we get home." So after weeks and weeks, they, probably mostly Maurice, begins to worry that they're going to die of dehydration, right? Like they're like, we drinking this fish eyeball juice is not enough. Yeah. So then it rains, but unfortunately I'm sure they were stoked when it started raining. They were like, oh yay. And then it didn't stop raining. So it rains and it rains and it rains, and they cannot get dry after this, which is a big problem. So because around this time, and again, content warning because this is unpleasant, but around this time, they start developing sores all over their body. And as Blair Braverman describes it, she describes their skin as, quote, sort of falling off in little strips.
Yeah.
Because it's just, it's tearing. Right.
Yeah.
They're losing weight. It's not great. Like things in these stories, it's always like things get worse progressively. Right.
Woof.
So
yeah.
Knowing that they have no more flares, Maralyn fashions a smoke flare by burning paper in a turtle shell. And when they use it, when a passing ship goes by, the ship actually does turn around. But when the smoke flare goes out, the ship turns back around again. Like it's just like, it was supposed to just like, oh, I thought I saw something. Never mind.
No.
Bye. So to keep their spirits up, Maralyn makes playing cards out of sheets of paper for them. She talks to Maurice about what their next boat should be like. She draws designs in their journal.
Maurice is like, fuck you. To hell.
You're so pretty, but you're very wrong. You're so wrong.
On April 24th, they've been lost at sea for 7 weeks. It's Maralyn's birthday. This is so like, look, they've kept track of time. This is sweet. It's Maralyn's birthday. And so I guess she's a Taurus. And Maurice is determined to catch her favorite fish for her birthday meal. There's a fish that she really likes. But as he's trying to catch it, he punctures a hole in the life raft.
Maurice, that is not the birthday.
You got to be real careful. You're on an inflatable life raft.
Oh,
sir.
My God.
Yes. And
this is bananas.
And I'd never heard this story. And a few days later, a spiky fish punctures a hole in the dinghy.
No.
So now both boats have holes. So they're constantly having to deal with water getting in. The boat is deflating. It keeps like sinking while they're sleeping, which relatable as somebody who used to sleep on an air mattress that had a hole in it. In the middle of the night, you have to wake up and like reinflate it. So they're not sleeping because like they can't get a full night's sleep because when they start sleeping, the boat starts sinking. They've got to wake up and haul water out again.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So they're getting sleep deprived. At this point, they're just like a floating piece of debris. Like birds start landing. Seabirds are just like landing. They're like, hey, what's up? They're just hanging out.
Not yet.
Because they're not a threat to them. They're just like, so eventually they start eating the birds as well.
Yeah. I thought you said they weren't a threat to them.
Well, they thought. One time, apparently, I love this fact too. A seabird lands on their ship and just regurgitates 7 fish.
Oh, thanks.
It just like because some of them just like pelicans, I guess, just like eat them whole. So regurgitated 7 fish. So they're like, cool, we'll just eat these, and they let the bird go. They're like, great, we got these fish. Thank you for doing this fishing for us. So the bottom of their boat is also now covered in barnacles, and the fish are trying to eat the barnacles, and then the dolphins and sharks are trying to eat the fish. So they've got like, they're just surrounded by like fish and dolphins and sharks just like hanging out. Yes. But
time
again,
for Maurice's plan.
No, they're on gas.
Oh.
But there's sharks around. I bet you could just... So
oh my God.
they're like being bombarded by all manner of sea creatures. So that and the fact that they like the boat keeps deflating when they try to sleep, they're not sleeping. Like they're starting to suffer from sleep deprivation. The last bit of the fresh drinking water that they had spoils because it was in these like plastic containers, and I guess like something about the chemical being out in the sun for all that time, it like spoiled the water. So their water deprivation becomes worse. Now they have diarrhea.
Oh no.
On a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Oh my God.
Just talk about like having to like poop in front of people. You're just like, look
for
away. Look away. So Maurice soon gets sick and he's coughing constantly. And at one point he coughs up something fleshy that look it could be a part of his lung.
Could be food.
We don't know. Flesh, something. So he's getting progressively sicker, and he begins losing consciousness for periods of time. So Maralyn is doing it all. She is doing all of the fishing at this point. She feeds him little bits of fish. She's tending to his sores. She helps him use the bathroom. She's a one-woman operation at this point. And when she's not tending to Maurice, Maralyn is designing dresses she wants to sew when they get home in her journal.
Chaos. Maralyn is chaos. I
cannot.
So stressed.
I love her.
She's so fucking stressed.
She finds and kills a pearly shark that had like really beautiful pearly skin because she wanted to make it into a purse when she got home.
Oh man, maniac, absolute fucking maniac.
Yeah. But you know, like they. Again, highly recommend listening to the You're Wrong About episode because they have such an amazing conversation about women's labor and survival, right?
Yeah.
Because oftentimes survival is depicted as this like very masculine, you know, thing. Like you got to be like a forest man to survive, whatever.
Please.
So much of the like what you need to survive is like women's work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's the catching the food, the cooking it, the like.
To be honest, like an optimistic or positive attitude. To be
Exactly.
completely fair. Like I give her flowers. Certainly, she stresses me the fuck out, but
She's keeping them alive. If there were 2 Maurices on that boat,
they
they'd
dead
be gone.
immediately.
Dead
First
immediately.
day, one.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
you're completely right.
She is keeping them going. So, but worth it to listen to that episode for that conversation, just because Blair Braverman is such an expert in survival and she speaks about it so eloquently. And then, of course, Sarah Marshall is just so insightful. So by the time summer rolls around, they are in a really bad way. Okay. Their sores are worse. They're getting thinner and thinner every day. Their muscles have atrophied because they can't really stand up anymore, like in that, because the boat would sink. So their legs don't support them anymore. They get stuck in storms so intense that the waves are so tall, they block out the sun.
No.
On an inflatable.
No. Oh my God. I have to tell, I literally have to tell Eric not to listen to this episode because
he'll be like, we could do it. We could do it.
No, he is so terrified of the ocean. It's like his number.
Oh,
like,
well, that's respectful. You should be.
He does not fuck with. He's like, I'm sorry. I will
either.
never go on a cruise. Like he does not fuck with the ocean at all. Like
the ocean is a scary place. You know what I mean? Like you have to have, and that's another thing I love about these survival stories or these like wilderness stories or whatever it is like you have to have such a healthy respect for nature, period. Like whatever it is.
Isn't there more like, isn't more of the surface area of Earth ocean than land?
Yeah.
It's like, so it's like,
Yeah. It's huge. It's powerful. We don't know what's down there.
No.
Okay. Giant ass like albino crabs and shit. Like we don't know. So
the thing with the little light on it.
The anglerfish?
Angler,
Trumpets. Oh my God. The angler.
I know. R.I.P. the anglerfish. Okay. By June 30th, they have been at sea for 118 days.
No, that's a
Maurice is unconscious.
Yeah.
It has been 43 days since they have seen a ship at this point. 43 days. Can you imagine? Like, because I'm sure you're just like, another ship will come by, another ship will come by. 43 days, over a month. Suddenly, Maralyn spots a ship. She can't get Maurice to wake up. She's trying to wake him up. He won't wake up. But she sees that the ship is coming towards them, and then she sees people on the ship frantically waving at them.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
It's a South Korean tuna fishing ship.
Oh.
So it gets close to them and drops a ladder. They're being rescued. Finally.
Oh my God.
Before leaving, Maralyn has to set all of her little pets free because she has accumulated some pets that are tied to the boat to keep them company. So she releases her pets. And then the crew brings them up on deck. They have to crawl on their hands because their legs are too weak for them to walk. They lay on a blanket on the deck. You are going to lose it. You're going to lose it. So they lay on a blanket on the deck, drinking milk. Maurice says to Maralyn, "We made it." And reportedly, Maralyn says back to Maurice, "Now for Arlen too."
Oh no. No. No.
118 days at sea.
No.
I love you, but no.
Sure enough,
no.
when they return to England, they sell the rights to their story and they buy a new boat, and they do indeed call it Arlen too. The press, of course, goes fucking bananas for this story. There's a book written about them called 117 Days Adrift, even though they were actually out there for 118 days. They got the days wrong. But predictably and sadly, the press focuses on Maurice as the hero of this story. He constantly tries to give credit to Maralyn. He even says, if there were two men on that boat, we would not have survived.
Yeah.
But she is oftentimes referred to as his wife in the papers.
Wow.
You know, they become lifelong vegetarians after this and continue. I fucking bet. Can you imagine?
No.
And
I'm
continue.
actually, you know what? I'm done.
Sailing around the world in Arlen too until Maralyn's death in 2002 at the age of 61. Maurice lived another 20 years.
That's young.
Maralyn,
61.
It's young. Yeah, I don't know how she died or what happened, but yeah, they sail around the world for the rest of their lives and like another 20 years.
Wow.
Maralyn was the love of Maurice's life, and though he was lonely at the end, he never stopped writing or talking about Maralyn.
Aww.
So a pessimist and an optimist fall in love and end up stuck on a life raft at sea together, and they come out of it even stronger. In
That's
the
insane.
book, Sophie Elmhurst asks, this I got directly from the Atlantic article. In the books, Elmhurst asks, "For what else is marriage really if not being stuck on a small raft with someone and trying to survive?"
Oh my God. I teared up.
Wow.
And that is the story of Maurice and Maralyn Bailey and the Arlen.
Oh my God. That might
Wow.
be one of the best. That's a top 5 contender for Tainted Love stories. Truly.
That's good.
I don't know that. I always say when I hear these stories, I'm like, I don't know that I would survive this. Like, I don't know that I would survive this. But I think that you don't know what you don't know until you're in that situation. And I think your mindset switches so quickly because we are programmed to try and survive. Unless you're Maurice, and then you're just like, I'm a head out.
I mean, the gas idea, I'm like, do I want to do 118 days on this boat where I develop open sores and my skin's falling off in sloughs and I have to drink water from fish eyes? No. I'm like, I'm putting things in the scales, pro column, con column.
I mean, I always say if it's the
Lots
zombie
of cons.
apocalypse, I always say, I'm like, why are you guys all fighting so hard to survive this? But maybe I would. Maybe I would. Like if it really came down to it.
Kind of an allegory for these trying times, TM.
True.
It's like,
yeah,
gotta fight.
Give you a little hope. Maybe there's something on the other side.
The water is boiling.
Seriously. Well done. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you for the wrong about.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the tip on the podcast. I've definitely checked it out before, but it's one that I always need reminded about. And then I'm like, why do I stop listening to this? So thank you. So what are you guys watching this week?
I just watched a show. I actually re-downloaded BritBox because I wanted to watch this show called Ludwig, which I definitely recommend. It's really good. It's been like, I saw a commercial for it and I was like, oh, I really want to see that. And then I was listening to another podcast, How Did This Get Made? And Jason Mantzoukas was talking about it. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like this is my sign. I really wanted to I was like, it sounded good, and he was like, it's really good. It is.
Is it about Beethoven?
No, it's a British mystery.
Oh,
crime mystery. This man, his brother goes missing. It's his twin brother. So his sister-in-law reaches out and was like, you have to pretend to be him so that you can get into his office so we can find out clues as to where he's disappeared to. And he's a kind of a recluse, this man. And he's a puzzle writer. So he writes puzzles, and he's like a really well-known, famous puzzle writer. But, by name, nobody really knows him. So he goes in and pretends to be his brother and then like solves crimes. It's actually really good.
Oh,
it's
I love that. Like, I love a British crime show.
It's like lighthearted enough to feel like, okay, like this guy is just fumbling his way through, but also is really smart. So, and the crimes are like interesting, but it's like crime a week type stuff. So it's not like overly, like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
I think Keegan, you and I probably have the same one.
We watched Monster Ed Gein.
Oh, yes.
I mean, listen, I actually, because the way that these stories are sensationalized in these Ryan Murphy joints for both the Menendez brothers and for Dahmer, it just felt, and this is just me personally, it's no judgment, but it's just like, it just felt too recent. It felt too dramatize it the way that Ryan Murphy dramatizes it, because even Ed Gein, when you watch it, it's like, if you know true crime, what is fact, pretty
Ed
much.
Gein,
like, what's fact. And then there's a lot of it that's just kind of, editorializing for entertainment. A lot
and
of it.
I think that the statement that he was trying to make was look at how these stories get sensationalized while he's sensationalizing it.
But I found it very interesting because, I don't know if you would like it, Cassie, but
I probably won't watch it. I know his story, so
I did think, because everyone knows his story, and that's part of what he makes a point of, is like everybody knows the Ed Gein story because it influenced so many things. So he goes back and forth between like Ed Gein's story and the making of Psycho. Ed Gein's story and the making of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the making of Silence of the Lambs. But I think this one worked for me better than the past seasons because Ed Gein is such an unreliable narrator because of his mental illness, that the stuff that wasn't fact, I could almost be like, okay, but he's such an unreliable narrator that like it could be, I can do that in my head for this, which I couldn't for Dahmer. You know what I mean? So I tapped out after like 3 episodes of Dahmer. But so, I mean, I enjoyed it, but it's very sensationalized. And also, if you do have kind of like a weaker constitution, when it comes,
pretty gross.
It's pretty gnarly. But Charlie Hunnam, I gotta say, I thought he did a great job, actually. Like, I was like, because he's so different from what we're used to seeing him as. Like, Jax Teller, fucking super hot, Sons of Anarchy. It's so different. I thought he did a great job, even though he does sound like Winnie the Pooh. But I think Ed Gein sounded like...
Sorry, mother.
Gotcha. When he hits his brother.
Gotcha.
Oh, no.
I was like, how did he keep that voice up? But yeah, I guess that's what Ed Gein actually
sounded like. Yeah.
Ugh, man. Yeah, so I've seen all 3 seasons. Like, I'm not a Ryan Murphy fan.
Yeah.
And I've had issues, obviously, with the Dahmer season and with the Menendez brothers season. But Eric's been rewatching the Menendez one, like in the background. I forgot how good Javier Bardem. Is it Javier Bardem that plays the dad? Oh my God, he is terrifying.
Yes, terrifying. I will say this, and Laurie Metcalf in Ed Gein as his mom, the actors that he gets
top tier, for
these shows are so good. Like everybody is cast so well. Everyone is so good. The production design is really great. Like, you know, so.
Yeah. I'm very much, you and I were talking about the next season being Lizzie Borden. I had actually also heard rumors that he's thinking about doing Albert Fish.
Sick.
Shit.
Oh, that one's going to be rough. That's kids.
Fucked up.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fucked up story, dude.
Validity of that, but I'm like, that is probably like one of the worst true crime stories of all time.
I will say, I hope
reason they don't talk about that one a lot.
Yeah, I will say, I hope he sticks to older crimes. I feel like when dealing with victims, I don't know, it just made me feel some type of way about like Dahmer, knowing that it's like, the siblings of these guys who he killed are like 40. You know what I mean? It's not like it was that long ago. So, but yeah.
And there's something to be said for, you know, there's definitely an argument, like a true crime argument is like, you know, where's the line between like respecting the victims and also, you know, women getting an education of like, oh, here's some red flags to look out for to protect ourselves, and then being exploitative.
That's really what it is for me, is difficult. Like it's tough because obviously we do a true crime segment on this show. I know people have strong feelings about it. I don't think talking about true crime is a bad thing. And I don't think talking about it in whatever way you need to talk about it, especially as women who are very often the victims of true crime. I think however we need to process this and share these stories and this information is fine. I think the issue for me with those Ryan Murphy shows is that it does often feel like it's maybe a little exploitative, or it's venturing into like real sensationalism. And like very voyeuristic in a way that it can feel kind of gross sometimes. And especially like with the Menendez brothers, like the insinuation about their relationship and like that kind of like sensationalizing things that we just don't know to be true. Need to do that.
The story is, you know, that's the thing. It's true crime. These stories have been out there and told for so long because they are already... There's already enough to talk about. You don't need to add flavor.
You know? Definitely. And it also just feels very, like, not very victim focused, but 100%. Perpetrator focused.
Yes. Yes. Well, it is. It's they're you know, the protagonist. It's Monster Dahmer, Monster Ed Gein, you know? So
yeah.
But I thought the second to last episode of Ed Gein, where he's, and I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but like he's actually really coming to terms with his like mental illness for the first time. His diagnosis was well done. I thought Charlie Hunnam was really good in that episode.
What was his diagnosis?
Schizophrenia.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, Laurie Metcalf, amazing, scary, terrifying.
Yeah, I want to see more of her for sure. Well, hey, if you guys have something that we should watch, if you're reading The First Witch of Boston, if you have a terrible date story, go to our one-stop shop of a website, myworstdatepodcast.com. And we love you so much.
Cheers.